Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So Corey stepped out for a quick errand, so I figured what better time than to get up my what I've been warming and Empties, weekly wax melt and Empties. I think that's what it's called. I do think I'm going to do all my scentsy empties in a different video. So this is everything home fragrance but not scentsy. So let's get right into it. First, another empty bag of jumbo cotton balls from Walmart. Nothing shocking. I feel like I go through these so fast, but also feel like I never use them. So I don't know. I don't know how that happens, but they're relatively inexpensive, so like it's whatever, but I feel like I always have an empty bag, but also I feel like I never truly use cotton balls. It's so strange. So emptied out a wallflower. There's a little bit in the bottom, but the wick thing doesn't actually reach all the way down, if you can tell. It's winter candy apple. You guys all know what this smells like. It's candied apples, crisp pears, and oranges. Oranges, allegedly. Smells like the same old winter candy apple that it always is. I don't know if you can tell, there was like a little bit of leakage when I got this, but that's fine. I really enjoyed this. It was in my project pan, as you can tell. Yeah, would repurchase next year, but I'm kind of over the winter scents. Okay, let's talk candles. This bad boy went into the candle crock. It was a Woodwick in Coastal Sunset. It was from like 2018. I'm pretty sure the bottom looks pretty nasty because it was in the candle crock. I'm pretty sure I got this for Christmas in 2018, I want to say. I love the scent. You can ever so barely still smell it. I love the scent of it because I really enjoy is it Pink Sands from Yankee Candle? Like those types of scents. I really enjoy that. Not all the time, but somewhat. The issue I had with this candle, I loved it. It had a Woodwick. Here you go. It looks like this, you know, it like crackles. The issue I had with this is it crackled so loud, so unbelievably loud. It just like was insane level. Like I couldn't focus if I had it going somewhere that I was near. Like if you were in range of smelling it, the crackling was too loud. It just like really bothered me for some reason. I don't know why. Also I feel like it was sitting really bad. I wiped up the jar before I I originally made it into wax melts, but then the texture of the wax was like too gross, so I just melted the candle back down anyway. But it was really, really sooty around the edges, so I wiped that out, so you can't see that. But between the wicks crackling and the sootiness, I just like couldn't do it. I had it sitting around forever. I was like, you know, I really need to go through this. I was in this mood for like the more beachier, summery scents, whatever. So I decided to put it in the candle crock. A candle I burned all the way through. I could probably still put this on a warmer. It's Mainstays Apple Cider Donuts. So here's the deal. I was considering starting a wax project pan, but through the course of burning some of my candles, this one did really good actually. It like started to burn all the way where you can all the liquid was exposed, and so I felt like it got too dangerous. I didn't want to light it anymore. During the course of lighting my candles recently, I just have figured that I get too much kerosene and potential like sootiness, like the wicks get crazy. I think a lot of my candles are just going to be chopped. I just think that's the reality of it. It sucks, but I think that's what it's going to be. So I had this marked, as you can see right here and right here, to do a Project Wax candle video. I may still do some type of project wax incorporating my candles, but I don't know that I'll be burning them. Just a lot of my candles, as you can tell, this one, it was on the chopping block. This one did actually well, and I would considering getting more of these candles. I don't feel like it's sooted at all. I don't know if you can see how clean this jar truly is. Like there's squidginess, but there's no sooting at all. So I was a big fan of that, and considering it's $3, but my Bath and Body Works candles, I love the scents of them. They just don't behave. So there's that. Okay, speaking of Walmart, let's talk about some wax from there. I got through a pumpkin marshmallow cream. This is so good. I feel like this lasted a really good amount of time in my warmers this most recent time. I typically tend to stick Walmart wax in my hotter warmers, so like my hot plates from Walmart. Generally, that's what I do. I do have some people ask me if I put this wax in my scentsy warmers, and I just feel like the texture of this wax isn't great in my scentsy warmers, I guess is what I'll say. I feel like it just needs a little bit more heat to like fully do its job, if that makes any sense. But the higher heat does make it not last as long, I feel like, which is fine with me because it's Walmart. But yeah, that's what I do for those. So that was that one. Also, I did some warm apple pie. This is red. You can probably tell that maybe. This is really good. I don't know that I would repurchase it though. It was almost the second time around. The first time around, I absolutely loved it. The second go around, I think it was almost a little bit too cinnamon. I just feel like I'm in a really, really weird point right now that I like want very specific scents. And some of these scents that I picked for my melting basket aren't that. So I'm kind of struggling to get through them. Not positive that I would pick this up, but maybe, you know, if it was fall, winter, that would make me feel differently. I'm not sure. I finished this Frosty Winter Nights, it was blue. To me, this smelled like, I don't want to say it had a tree note, but it could have. Mostly like men's cologne with potentially a tree note. I didn't really like it. It was fine. I used it up in the bathroom, and then I did it in one of my overnight warmers, maybe for a night or two, just to finish up the clam. It's very, very wintry to me, and like I said, I'm just over that. But I didn't want to keep it around. I don't know that I would repurchase that. I'm trying to like fine-tune what I actually like and buy less things from Walmart just because they're cheap if I don't love them, if that makes sense. So then I also finished up Better Homes and Gardens Apple and Incense. This was like a red too. This too was just like a spicy apple. Too much cinnamon. I'm just like I like bakery cinnamon. I just feel like some of the ones lately have been too much, not enough bakery cinnamon, too much red hot cinnamon. And then I did use up some of this value pack from Better Homes and Gardens Orange Buttercream Cupcake. Let's see if I can open it. So I just used the 3 top. This is fairly new. I don't even have a sticker on it yet, evidently. I got this because I thought it would go perfectly with my Scentsy Cutie Pie Cupcake. It's literally along the same lines, like cupcake and like a citrusy orange note. So I put this in, and it was doing good, but as it progressed warming, the orange and the citrus really came out. I don't think it was the Cutie Pie Cupcake. I did them like in conjunction. I don't think it was that. I think it was this. Like it was super, super citrusy. It was almost making my stomach turn, which I didn't experience before when I used my Cutie Pie Cupcake. So I don't know. These might all fall over. I don't know about that. That just kind of like put me off. So I don't know if it needs to be like more springy just because it had a lot of citrus. It like I said, it kind of turned me off. I have more Cutie Pie Cupcake, but I might try to not mix it the next time I do it. I might just try to do like this one on its own and see how I go about it. And then, I have this too, I forgot. Goose Creek Brown Sugar Churros. This is empty. I love this. It literally smells like churros, but one, I don't feel like it lasts long before it goes almost sour. So yeah, I'm glad that I got to try it, but I don't love Goose Creek wax, I'm finding. So, and then lastly, I want to talk about this that I went through. I only started this bag just because it has a hole in the side. Otherwise, I probably would have let it sit for a little longer. So this is Rose Girls Apple Fritter Donut Holes. And honestly, the way it smells in the bag, like just smelling the bag, it literally smells like a fruity, cough syrupy Vicks type of situation. If you pull out a cube, I feel like it smells more true to its name. I'm finding this, like, these Rose Girls you smell in the bag, it's so overwhelming. So, like, if you pull one out specifically, you get more of that authentic, like, what it says it is versus, like, the overwhelming smell of the bag. So, like, I didn't have necessarily super high hopes because it literally smells like just, like, apple. And then a hint of bakery on the back end when you like smell a cube. So I literally, to test it out, and because the bag's open, I put it in every single warmer almost in my house. I put it in every single warmer except for 2. Because why not? You know what I mean? I had to test it out. So I put it in every warmer. After about like an hour, once it truly melted down, maybe 2, I was literally head over heels. It was so freaking good. It was literally like the best appley but bakery scent I've ever smelled. It was so good. So I'm so excited to try the rest of my Rose Girl stuff. Like I said, since this does have this hole, I think there's like 5 cubes left in this bag, so I'll probably just finish it up. I'm still needing to test this brand of, like, I know a lot of people were like, it doesn't work in scentsy warmers, like, you have to use blah, 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 blah. But honestly, I tested it I have a lot of Element scentsy warmers that are high wattage, so those do really good for me with, like, about anything. But I have a couple 20-watt scentsy warmers that it did fine in. I also don't live in, like, a super huge open concept house. Like, my bedroom I had 4 cubes of it going in just like my office. Like, I feel like I have a lot of warmers close together, so sometimes maybe it skews, like, maybe I think things are strong, but it's really because I have a lot going. I don't know. But I don't find that it, like, didn't do well in certain things. It definitely didn't do as well in my Scentsy mini warmers, like the plug-in ones into the wall. It definitely didn't do as good as in those, which I figured just because those don't get very hot. But about everything else, it did okay in, and it threw really well. I could definitely tell, like, when the heat kicked on and started circulating the air, it did even better. 100% would repurchase. It was literally phenomenal, and I highly recommend trying out Rose Girls, honestly. So, but I will say, I did have it mixed in. I do have, like, 20 watt hot plate warmers. I think I did it in, as well as, like, a 25 watt bulb warmer from Walmart. Like, I feel like it just did really well in everything except for my mini warmers from Scentsy. So those are my 2 cents. If you have a really open concept, maybe try something different, but I feel like that's what worked for me. But I have to continue to test her wax, obviously. So that was everything non-Scentsy I emptied and worked on this week. I'll probably have my Scentsy one up sometime soon. Also, I think pretty soon I'm going to do a candle chopping video. So if you have a question that you want me to, like, answer during that, maybe I'll post a separate post as well. But if you have a question you want me to chat about during that, leave it down below. But yeah, otherwise, this is all I worked on. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!